Hello, this is Samuel Keaton. I'm going to be talking about something very important here. Uh, so, one question that somebody had asked me one time um, is, can somebody who is it possible for somebody to go too far for them to get saved? And obviously, salvation is very important. Okay, uh, it's important to understand these things because if somebody can't get saved, then there's no point in them trying to live. There's no they're just messes up so many uh, things of their life that's so meaningful, whether they can get saved or not. Now I believe. Now, just to let you know, my name is Samuel Keaton. I attend a church called Charity Baptist Church in Indianapolis, Indiana. Um, I preach from the King James Bible, and today we're going to be talking about can people who have gone too far to, get saved. Okay, so now these might be people, whatever you can come up with in your mind. Lesbians, homosexuals, like the really bad people. Okay, murders, those types of people. Okay, so we're gonna be talking. No, I was talking with this about to some of my friends, and we decided that I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm. I try not to get my opinions all mixed up in here right now. Let's. It's important that we review the facts first. So you know, there is something that we know of in the Bible called reprobate. Here we're going to discuss this in Romans chapter 1, verse 28 and 29. It says, "And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debating, deceit, malignance, and whispers." So these, I'll go back over to verse 29, where it says, "Being filled with all unrighteousness." These are things that are not, wicked, vile things. Okay, now I just read off a whole list of bad things. And what it says in verse 29, that God turns them over. It's like, this would be somebody that's repetitively rejected God to the point where God just says, okay, I'm going to, God being the loving God He is, He's going to give you what you wanted. This is somebody that He's tried to correct. He's tried to uh, show them the right way, but they've just repetitively said, no, God, I'm not going to listen to you. Now, that is obviously somebody that's been doing some bad. Now, I'm going to turn over to Mark chapter 16, verse 15. By the way, did you know that I'm trying to show you who the gospel is available to here in this verse, but did you know that the word gospel is only mentioned in the New Testament? It is actually not mentioned one time in the King James Bible. It's not mentioned in the Old Testament. Mark chapter 16, verse 15 says, "And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned." Okay, so the whole verse, this is a very interesting verse here. It says, so whether somebody who, people have this thing in their mind, in the back of their mind, they say, oh, well, anybody can get saved. Some people say, oh, anybody can get saved. Oh, but not that person, because that person is just, they're just too far gone. And even if I did share the gospel with them, they would probably, most people would say, oh, well, even if I did share the gospel with them, they would probably never accept it. Well, that's not our choice. You see, in this verse 15, it says, "And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature." Okay, and that would mean all the thieves, murderers, the homosexuals. That would mean all those people. That any of those people can get saved. Now, whether they're completely turned over to a reprobate mind, there's actually, like, I can guess that somebody's a reprobate, but I don't know. The Bible doesn't say you'll know a reprobate because he has a tattoo on his forehead or on his arm. The Bible doesn't say that. It doesn't have any clear verse. Like, it doesn't say that they'll talk a certain way or they only it doesn't have any like tag that or a label that labels these people as certain people. Now, of course, they're evil people. We can know that, but people are people. Okay, people will be people all the time. People are sinners. Okay, and there's some reprobates that maybe not be so obvious. There are people that are reprobates that that you can see that they're evil, but maybe they're not homosexual or they're not extreme. Okay, or maybe they don't appear to be extreme. Now, can can a lesbian get saved? Of course. Can a homosexual get saved? Of course. God's I mean that why would we share the gospel with everybody if not everybody can get saved? I mean that just doesn't make sense. Why would like God, and He's a loving God. Remember that He's a loving God. This is something that He's trying to give to everybody. It's only the reprobates are only the people that have refused God. That God said, "Here, I got a plan for you. Here, let me help you," and they said no. So, and God turns them over to reprobate mind. And bottom line, even if you think somebody is reprobate, don't you should still, I believe, I personally, I would still share the gospel with them, um, because I don't know, like maybe they're not too far gone, maybe, and I would, if at all possible, I would still love to reach them. I would still love for them to get saved. So I mean, let's take Bob, okay? My name is Sam, and I will have this guy named Bob, okay? And say he's doing all these wicked things, okay? He's doing, I don't know, drinking, uh, I don't know, just fill in the blank with whatever you want, okay? Just come up with whatever you want. He does all of it, okay? He gambles, all that, alright? Now, let's have it now, I can do one of two things. I can share the gospel with him, and so let's say if he doesn't get saved, then then it's not on my then at least I tried. Okay, if he didn't get saved, then at least I tried. But if I don't, and he dies, and he goes off to hell, then I didn't even try. Okay, he died, and maybe I could have done something, but I didn't. Now, if I try and share the gospel with him, and he does get saved, that think of how wonderful that would be. Even if suppose his life is in shambles and he's on his deathbed and he gets saved at the last minute, even if he didn't get to live the rest of his life for the Lord, think of how wonderful that would be that you get to see him in heaven. I got to see this Bob in heaven. Think about that. This person who is he hasn't been able to live like 1 year or any time for the Lord, and he gets saved. Even some people would say, "Oh, well, that's a waste. Why would you waste that time? Why would you waste your time with him? Because he's only gonna die, and he's not gonna be able to live for the Lord." No, most people. But if that's your perspective, then you're looking at the wrong way. He will be in heaven forever because of what you did, because of the effort that you put in to leading him to the Lord. And that's it for now. Um, now, my name is Sam Keaton. I would love for you to leave a comment below on this video. If you have any ideas on this, please subscribe and leave a comment below. And share some of your thoughts, okay? It's a great idea. Let's get some. If you have any thoughts, yeah, just share them. All right. Bye.